Hi guys. So 2024 kicked. It's so weird because anyway, 2024. We're starting again this year. We're doing everything we said we would do last year. Oh my god. Yeah, this year we're doing all the things. We're doing the voice that says I should start a YouTube channel and I should go on a 3 months trip to the middle of nowhere because why not? But anyway, before this video gets super long, I would like to tell you a bit more about myself, where I've been and where I hope to go to in the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, so I was born in Lagos, Nigeria, in Olodi Apapa, this place, and part of what's inspired my work is actually Lagos and mostly mainland because my mom used to have this shop there when I was about 8 years old or so, and she'd send me to get little fabrics and zips and things like that. And I guess that's where my love for fashion began unknowingly 20 odd years or so later, and I'm here in London in my studio. So bit of an emotional journey, but yeah, glad we made it. A few months ago, I asked my lovely Instagram followers what they'd like to see more from me, and I got some really interesting answers. And one of them was things that I wish I knew before that I know now. So what's a perfect way to start off this video than that? Number one, protect your mind. Your mind is everything. The people you're around, the people you talk to, the conversations you have, the things you do, the things you watch, the things you say happen. So protect that. That's the first thing. And then number two, don't pay for access to things. So now, if you're a fashion designer, a fashion creative, don't pay to go to networking events or things like that. Start organically. Reach out to people you know, reach out to people that you admire. Yes, you might get ignored. God knows I have. Your DMs might get aired, but don't stop. Keep going. Surround yourself with creatives that you're inspired by and network this way. Don't always try and go this way, because when you network this way, not only do you learn from those people, but those people also learn from you. So yeah, don't pay for access to things because it'll be obvious at some point, that you want to build, and also you want to be in the room and know that you're there based on your own talent and your own merit. So yeah, that's probably my second one that I wish I knew earlier. Number three is just do it. Just start. It probably won't be the best work, probably be rubbish. It might be great, might have a Van Gogh in you somehow. But I'm sure even Van Gogh, there were some paintings he did that he probably didn't think were great. So yeah, just start and improve as you go along. I mean, her maze, they've been going for how many years, and their mantra and their motto is to just make the same thing better over and over again, and that's how you improve your craft. So that's my third thing that I wish I knew earlier, because sometimes we get in this mindset of wanting things to be perfect, but you don't need things to be perfect. People just want to see and experience and share your work sometimes. I think the other one is don't do work based on virality. Am I saying the words well? We don't know, but you know what I mean. Don't do work just because you want it to go viral on social media. Do work that are for real life experiences. Do work that are based on real life experiences. If you're making a video, make the video that you want to see, not just because you want the likes and the comments. Don't get caught up in the matrix. This is something that is still relevant for me personally, that I'm still trying to work my way from, because since I've stepped into being a designer, I've been trying to make more work that are actually inspired by stories of my friends and my family and myself, and not because I want, whoever to wear the pieces or things like that, because you can quickly lose yourself in that. So do work that speaks to you. I think those are the things that I wish I knew earlier that I now know and that I am now going to do more of. There are no gatekeepers. That's another one. Yes, the people that hold the key to things and that you need to apply for things for, but they can't stop what you're trying to do. We live in a world where, yes, social media has its downside, but the best part of it is that you can reach so many people and be so good at what you're doing that even the gatekeepers can't gatekeep. Jump the fence. Can't gatekeep somebody that can jump fence. So make sure that your work is so good that even the gatekeepers just have to let you in. Or someone else would just be like, here's a rope, fly over. Because that was actually one of the things that held me back for a really long time. I thought I had to, play the game and things like that, but people just want to see your stuff. So yeah, remember, the no gatekeepers. Just lock into the work, and the work will do the talk for you. Someone else says, tell us how you came up with the 100 design. Well, so I'm not having ideas is not really my problem. I have a lot of ideas. That's never the problem. I think the problem is trying to communicate those ideas. Essentially, my design journey really became serious during COVID. Obviously, a lot of us were indoors and I guess rethinking our lives. I started making these African print face masks. Essentially, it was just for healthcare workers. I was given the print mask to, and then people started asking me if they could buy them. And I thought, oh, really? Okay. And so for every one face mask I made and sold, I then gave half of the proceeds to a charity in Nigeria. And I think that was the first time where fashion wasn't just a hobby or something I did for my friends or for my family. It actually showed me that I could use this thing from this side of the world to then impact someone else. So that was sort of how the design really started. And so I've got this body of work since 2020. My God, it's gonna be 5 years now. I've been in this process of just not only learning about why I'm making the things I'm making, but also where I hope to take the pieces of work to. So yeah, it's definitely more than 100, but we're, breaking it down a little bit. So yeah, I hope I can show you guys more of it, and I hope I can talk you through the process and why I'm making these things and my inspiration behind them as well. So I thought to walk you through what I've been doing, I guess, since 2020. Yeah, I thought I think I can actually do this fashion thing, because before then it was just this hobby, this side thing that I didn't really see a career in or a business in. It was just, something my mom used to do, and then I picked up a few sewing skills. And I think after COVID, it really showed how fashion can impact other people's lives and not just my life. So I went back to school. Yay! I went to do a master's at University of West London, and I did fashion entrepreneurship. And it was more about how to bring your ideas to life and how to build a business in our current world. Yeah, it was an interesting time for sure. This was one of the pieces from my MA final project, and it's embroidery, the print, and again it's inspired by my Nigerian roots and my Nigerian culture, and I wanted to take something traditional and I added a bit of, I think this is a t-shirt that had already existed, the white t-shirt. Sticking to this idea of using things that are new and then mixing that with existing things as well. So it's sort of juxtaposition, if you say. This piece is memorable for me because the model's cancelled and everything that could go wrong did. And I thought, you know what? I'm probably gonna face this in life. So I made it myself, modeled it, did the writing for the film, and I worked with a very amazing cinematographer. Dare you. Your tomorrow's joy starts today. And for it. So yeah, this was like a sort of lesson for the real life. When you're still at uni and you're thinking, yeah, everything's gonna be great. So this was one of those reality checkpoints for me as a new designer. This piece, again, just clearly sticking to my love for green, and not just because it's the Nigerian flag, but green has always just meant cultural richness for me. And I made this blazer, actually it's a two-piece as well. I made it for my boyfriend at the time, so this was born out of love, and I just wanted to create something that reflected his personality, but also that showed that, you know, I'm Nigerian, and here we are. Again, a bit on the nose. I found this suit that was already made and I added the white detailing to it because I wanted to use that sort of cultural pattern to it. I like this piece because, again, some things are just made out of love and they tend to stay with you. This piece I made, I believe, sometime last year before I'd started working on my collection, and I just wanted something fun and something free. And even looking at the side with the lace detailing, again, I found flared jeans and I sort of just roughed up the edges a little bit and I added this detailing, just playing again with the idea of soft and strong fabric and showing that sort of femininity within masculine traits. So a lot of my pieces, I try and make them unisex, just because I want anyone to be able to wear them, whether you're a man or a woman. And if you just feel fabulous on that day and you want something that reflects that, enjoy see that. This piece, this is a piece from my upcoming collection, Roller Coasters and Bicycle. I fell in love with this fabric on my trip to Nigeria sometime last year. This is called Adire and it's made of tie and dye technique. And now the thing with a lot of Nigerian fabric is because they're naturally handmade, so they tend to last quite a long time. And I really wanted to mix this cultural piece with something a bit more modern, and hence why you've got the pink and then you've got the black, and again just sticking to that texture and the lines. And actually it reminded me again of this sort of up and downness of life, which is part of what the collection is about. It's just some days I like roller coasters and some days I like bicycles because that's what you get out of life. But as long as you just keep riding, I think it all works out in the end a bit okay, if you ask me. This is the girl. This is the jacket where you know it's gonna be a good day when you wear this. And again, just I think on the deeper level, I wanted to mix a sort of modern silhouette using a traditional and sort of a cultural fabric, and just sticking to that idea of playing with two different things and seeing how it comes out. But yeah, this again is, you can see I've literally worn it so many times already and it's not even out yet, just because I love it that much. But yeah, I hope that, you know, you guys get to enjoy some of this when it comes out. And yeah, I hope I've shown you where I've been, where I'm going, and hopefully you can come along with me for the ride. Until the next one.